we are now on to question 3. So question 3 asks you to think about the whole of the source. The text is from the middle of a short story. How has the writer structured the text to interest you as a reader? Now, that question never changes. The great thing about structure, you will never be surprised. And if you read the extract the way that I've taught you to read it, by thinking what is revealed, what is concealed, you are already reading it with a structural head on. So when it comes to this question, you shouldn't be that surprised, or you shouldn't be not expecting it, because actually you've done the work for it already. So when we do structure, we think about the beginning, the middle, and the end. And we want to explain what is revealed, what is concealed, what the writer tries to build, what the writer tries to create. So let's write those words just for this video's purpose. So reveal, conceal, what the writer tries to build or create. We also think, well, where does the writer shift the focus? Where does he move on? And where does the writer linger? Where does he pause? Cool circle, and that's clearly a pause. And from this, what is the writer trying to mirror in the reader? We are starting to mirror the questions. Or what is he trying to echo or reflect to the reader? And these are really the words that are going to help you to build your structural analysis. So, we start with the beginning. What is revealed at the beginning? So go back to your extract for me. What is revealed at the beginning? Take kind of the first, up to line 15, I'd say, is probably the beginning, isn't it? What's revealed? Well, the main focus is on the hunters, isn't it? On Travis, Eccles and his group. So we have the focus on the hunters. And what is revealed about these hunters? Are they brand new? Are they experienced? They're experienced. Does this suggest they have power or they do not have power? It suggests that they have power, they are potent. Yeah, they definitely feel superior, don't they? Because we learn about all of the things they've hunted in the past. And these men not only have that experience, but they also have the technology, don't they? Because they've come here with a time machine. And the men, what is revealed to us about the way they're feeling? Well, the writer reveals their excitement and expectation. They're excited to hunt. And like the characters, they're excited to hunt, aren't they? But the writer conceals at this moment specifically what they're looking for, what they're looking to hunt. Conceals the creature, its location, its size, its appearance. We don't know anything apart from the fact that the hunters are so excited. Even when it's introduced as His Royal Majesty. We only find out properly what it is, I think, on the next page where it says Tyrant Lizard. Obviously we know because of this box, but if we were just reading the text, there's just, oh, here we are, no, we do have it. Out of the mist 100 yards away came Tyrannosaurus Rex. So we actually only find out on line 13 what specifically this creature is. And because the writer conceals the creature and how that creature looks, like how does a Tyrannosaurus look, we, like the characters, are unsure of the location, size and appearance. Which probably creates tension, doesn't it? Because we're unsure of where it is. There's a predator, perhaps it could pop out. But I wouldn't say we're particularly scared at this point. I think we mirror the same emotions as the characters, which is that emotion of actually excitement. It's the thrill of the discovery, isn't it? So I would say it's thrilling rather than worrying. Whereas towards the middle, because of the big reveal, because the writer shifts and really does describe that dinosaur, I'd say the impact and the effect on the reader is very different, and the impact and effect on the characters is also different. So the writer reveals the appearance, size and location of the dinosaur. How does the writer do that? I think it's really interesting. What I love, I put it here when we were going through it, what I love in structure is the idea of sound. Sound can be so clever because it hints to us silence, a sound of thunder. So actually the first thing we understand about this dinosaur is this idea of thunder. We have this idea of its loud sound. But then we have the physical description of the dinosaur, and we reveal that it's actually a superior and omnipotent, almost tyrannical predator. And so, like the characters, we see the size of this dinosaur and realise that maybe they have a challenge on their hands. Maybe it can't be killed. Maybe the men are in danger. So we, like the characters, are shocked, and we start to think that this job is maybe impossible. And the men start freaking out as well, don't they? Let's not say freak out, because that's not a great word, is it? So they're panicking. The men, we talked about how the writer reveals their change of attitude. They become impotent, vulnerable, unsettled. He has this realisation which mirrors the reader's fear that actually the men will become the prey. So by the point of the middle, we believe that actually the men are going to become prey. But by the end, what happens to the dinosaur? By the end. Do it by yourself for me. So by the end, what is the focus? What is revealed? And what's the effect on the reader? Pause the video and do it by yourself. Okay, the very end of this extract tells you, focuses on the charge the dinosaur makes. He charges at the men. Okay, so the men are in direct danger. But the focus is on that, but the writer actually conceals a lot of the action and actually describes it in a very frantic and chaotic way. There's loads of different, the writer shifts the focus all the time, loads of shifts, to represent the chaos of the scene. Like the characters, we don't know what's happening either, we're in a state of panic. But then, shockingly, the writer reveals the death of the dinosaur. The stone idol fell. And this shocks us, doesn't it? Why? Because we'd pretty much decided it was impossible. But actually, we are shocked by the death of this superior predator, which is what the writer wants us to feel. So like the characters, we felt the panic, we felt the chaos of the situation, the difficulty of the hunt, but in the end, we are shocked because they actually managed to survive. And whenever we do structure, we think, well, what journey have we gone on from the beginning to the end? A journey from, do it by yourself first. What's our mood at the beginning? What's our mood at the end? What's our understanding at the beginning? What's our understanding at the end? Is it similar? Is it different? They're the questions you want to ask yourself. Might be something simple like this. We have a journey from excitement at the prospect of a hunt to the near-death experience with the predator in which the men only narrowly survive. There's more I can say there. Excitement of the experienced hunters at the prospect of a hunt which is much bigger than they've experienced before, to the near-death experience which reveals their naivety with the predator in which the men only narrowly survive, etc. Okay? And then I just put that together. That's my answer. At the beginning of the text, the writer focuses on the hunters who are experienced hunting boar, elephants and more. Here, the characters are presented to be potent and to feel superior in the jungle. The writer reveals the excitement these characters have, but conceals the creature itself, its location, its size and its appearance. Like the characters, the reader is unsure of the location of the dinosaur, how big it will be and how it will appear. This creates tension for both the characters and the reader. However, because the characters are experienced hunters who have chosen to come to this location, the mood is one filled with excitement rather than worry. However, towards the middle of the extract, and that's kind of how you move. I'm not, because we've spent quite a long time really explaining it, the sentence starters that you've been given are the ones I want you to use, and really I want you to see what you can write by yourself. and then bring it to your teacher will mark it and give you feedback. Okay, thank you very much.